So where we are, the old church, this
Yes.
is the like linchpin, the cornerstone of the Oosterbeek Perimeter, the defence of the Oosterbeek Perimeter. And I think one of the things about the Arnhem Battle is when we talk about the Oosterbeek Perimeter, it makes it sound like a sort of formal arrangement.
Yes.
But it isn't.
Yeah.
It's where everyone's ended up. It's where things have coalesced.
It's a thumb.
And it runs up the hill,
Yep.
up the slow gradient here. You know, the river's literally just over there. But what this was, before the perimeter forms, this is where the Air Landing Light Regiment had dug in. They dug their guns in. That's Sheriff Thompson.
Oh, Sheriff Thompson. That's
yes, Thompson. Lonsdale's brought in. He's got nothing to do because he's been injured when he lands.
Yes.
Misses out on the action in the town, so they need to give him something to do.
Okay.
And he's given command. In the accounts, there's a bit of disagreement about who's in charge, when, and everything. But it becomes known as Lonsdale Force. Although he's then injured. Anyway, but whatever.
Yeah. It's all a bit hugger-mugger.
It's all a bit hugger-mugger. And the thing is that house there, you can see through the trees, is the Kate to Horst house, which is the dressing station. There's 250 wounded guys in there.
Yeah.
She reads the Bible to them.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield.
So on the Wednesday, when things are, when they know they can't go to the town anymore, there's an accident here in the guns on the Wednesday, which is like you get into this confusion and horror of the situation. Because if you've been here since Sunday or Monday, you're on your 4th day without sleep.
Yes.
Constant stress, constant strain, the noise, the racket, the adrenaline, all
the stingy eyes,
everything about it, right?
The dust in the back of your throat.
And there's a moment with one of the gun batteries when a soldier who's lost blunders over the gun line, walks in front of one of the howitzers while it's firing.
Literally as it's firing?
Literally as it's firing. Is hit by the shell explodes, and the crew
it detonates on him.
Detonates on him, and members of the crew are killed and injured in that accident.
Oh, God.
So things here are really torrid, and they're being mortared.
That's horrific,
it's really, really awful. They're being mortared, so what happens is, while they're being mortared, they have to leave the guns and they take shelter in the houses and slit trenches, and they come back out.
Yep.
And on the last day, Kampfgruppe Alvorden get in, come down the hill, and there's a battle here. Nice. And they're firing the 75mm guns. They've got a solid.
Everyone's trying to escape over there.
Well, not yet. Before the evacuation, they've got a solid shot they can fire from the howitzers for tanks, and then there's the 64th Medium Regiment in 30 Corps, the other side of the river, who are netted in, who break that attack up, basically by the forward observation officer here calling for fire on his own positions.
Wow.
So this is the centre of so much desperate action, because after all, the Germans know if they can cut this off here, they roll the whole thing up. The thing to remember is that it evolved. It's a random line, and it's interlocking positions, so there are gaps, and there's a space up there that we'll walk through where there's the Tafelberg Hospital, where basically there isn't anyone.
Yeah, it's not like a sort of, like an old RNH hilltop fort with a kind of wooden palisade and a ditch.
No.
That's not what it's like.
No.
It's pockets.
And
roughly in a kind of
a
lozenge
wonder,
shape.
really, they're not, because there is the ferry up there, at the west of Boeing, and there's the Hverdorp ferry as well. You can wonder what in the end, because basically the Airborne Division now, they're defending divisional headquarters.
The plan now is to pull back from Arnhem and form a tight perimeter here, round the Hartenstein. The Germans have succeeded in blocking us on 3 sides, but we must fight to keep a foothold north of the Rhine so that Second Army can cross when they arrive.
Apart from holding on, there's no military
function. Do you think it would have been better to just reduce the perimeter?
Well, I don't know, because I think you're going to just run out of room for interlocking fields of fire and stuff. And it's about holding them off.
Actually, what is the point? I mean, why don't they just go across the river first night?
Because they've got to stay.
Why?
I don't know, Jim. It gets
quite... They go, we know by the 20th...
You can't ask the why question.
but by the 20th...
He's asking why.
They're over there.
Don't ask why.
I am asking why.
You mustn't ask why. You've also got poles in here as well, because that's the other thing, is the poles have landed on Thursday afternoon and are trying to get over the river every night. So you've got poles who landed in the gliders on the Tuesday afternoon with 6-pounders, running around with a 6-pounder, literally running around with 6-pounder, sort of freelancing, and then poles who've crossed the river in dinghies and stuff.
I just don't
you mustn't ask the why question.
I am asking.
Don't ask the why question.
I am going to ask the why question.
Look, let's walk the perimeter and we can.
Well, we'll conclude it by the end of play
why.
Over a drink later, we'll work it out. It's a really, really nice part of...
lovely part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which kind of makes the disaster here even worse in a way.
Yeah.
You know.
So this is the moment that Robert Kane gets his Victoria Cross.
Yeah.
They're here, around here. This is completely changed.
Yeah.
I mean, what you have got, I hope people have got the sense of, is how it kind of drops down. It's absolutely not flat at all. This is sort of undulating. There's kind of sort of central valley kind of running down on our left here.
Yeah.
But this was open ground then.
Yeah.
And tanks are coming, but there are houses, there are buildings, wherever he is. I don't know whether it's, that house might be period. I'm not sure which one it is exactly, but he's around here. And what he's doing is he's lobbing Piat rounds.
Yeah.
He's using a Piat, isn't he? He's putting it like that and going,
firing them
use it as a mortar.
using it as a mortar, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a FOO, a forward observation officer, Lieutenant Michael.
That's right.
Who's up on the chimney.
Yeah, who's going left a bit,
right a bit, right a bit, and then one of the Stugs gets a bit fed up with this, fires a shot at the chimney, smashes the chimney, smashes the roof. That's the end of poor Michael.
Yeah.
And Kane's on his own at that point. He perforates his eardrums.
He perforates his eardrums. He also has that thing where the Piat round kind of goes off in the Piat.
Yes, that's it.
And he's blinded.
2 tanks appear.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, so then 2 tanks appear. That's it. Kane fires and hits one, but wanting to make sure it was properly knocked out, he fires a second time, but this time the missile explodes.
It goes off in his face, basically, and he's blinded, or thinks he's blinded. But
Kane throws it in the air and falls backwards.
Yeah.
So he goes off to the aid station where he recovers his sight and then goes back.
Yeah.
And this is when... And then soon after he's got back, 2 Tiger tanks are reported.
Yeah.
Might be Park Force, but they're reported to be Tiger. They could be from Paderborn.
I'm quite happy to,
Dresden.
I'm quite happy for them to think they're Tiger tanks, because I'd be thinking everything was a Tiger tank. Jesus Christ.
They might be. But anyway, he mans a 6-pounder and at almost point-blank range knocks it out.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. And then it gets hit. So that's right. He hits the 6... Kane runs to a 6-pounder, hits the lead Tiger with the first shot and then knocks it out.
Yeah.
Reload, shouts Kane, but the recoil mechanism is broken. She'll have to go to the workshop, says the para beside him. South Staff's guy beside him.
Amazing.
Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah.
That's what you want.
He's indomitable, though. And the other thing about Kane is he's the only not posthumous Victoria Cross.
Yes,
he's the only one of the VC winners who makes it.
And he was Jeremy Clarkson's father-in-law.
Jeremy Clarkson's father-in-law, yeah.
Amazing.
But the thing is that is all. It's all this kind of level of desperate stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And lots of the Mike Dauncey story. He's shot in the eye. Or hit in the eye by the splinter. He's basically blinded, checks himself into the aid station, decides, actually, I'm all right.
Yeah,
checks himself out. I can see out of 1. And you get a lot of people doing that. They go to the dressing station and they go, actually, I've got to carry on. And Kane is remarkable. One of the accounts is he developed a distinct, I think it's aversion to tanks. Sort of thing.
Aversion to tanks.
I have an aversion to tanks.
Yes, and like if someone has an aversion to, I don't know, cats or spiders or something.
Yeah, but we'll keep going. So this is, the thing is that was a short distance. We'll keep going up this way, and we'll, as we go, we'll look at some of the other things that present themselves on the perimeter, but it's not. None of this is far.
This is the southeast bit, southern and southeast bit of the perimeter.
And it's a sort of sickle blade shaped
curve
that Lonsdale Force, the glider pilots under Major de Groot, I think his name is, and then the South Staffords are here. And then we come to where there's a gap because there's a dressing station with the divisional reserve behind it.
Yep.
So up we go.
All right. All these flags, it's absolutely amazing.
But Jimmy Clemenson said that basically you're dug into the gardens because the buildings are too dangerous. Because the fire of the building, it'll fall on you. And so what you end up with is interconnecting webs of slit trenches between the houses.
Right.
That they can then move about more efficiently.
Yeah.
You can, I mean, actually, you know what? Here we go again. Walking this ground, you can see how that defensive line makes sense now, and that there is a gap here because it's manageable, because of the way the ground drops away here. That in fact, actually, that's exactly how you defend this. You don't need a contiguous line.
Nope.
You know, and you've got Louis Hagen does a similar thing where he's in the loft of a building, when he's put with he's with this guy Captain Ogilvy, who's a guy in a kilt, glider pilot captain in a kilt. And Hagen hasn't fired a Piat before.
Right.
But works it out.
How hard can it be?
How hard can it be? And he does a similar thing where there's a bloke spotting for him and he's firing out the window. You know. Yes, you can see it all. And Hagen, you know, he goes on about the virtues of the Piat, is that you can fire it from a building and no one, you know, if they don't see the flight of the round, they don't know you're there.
No.
Because it doesn't go like a bazooka, boom, crash, whoop, you know, or a Panzerfaust.
So this is Crafty Crafts
Headquarters.
Sepp Crafts headquarters for a day.
Yeah.
Then Myrtle comes in and goes,
It's mine, thank you very much.
it's mine, thank you very much. It is now mine.
Yeah.
And then
They flee.
they flee. Why
His
wouldn't
staff
you?
flee. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it becomes an aid station.
It becomes, yes, so basically, so 16th Field Ambulance, they're based in the St Elizabeth Hospital in the Bottleneck.
Yeah.
They set up there on the Sunday, all successfully. The hospital changed hands a couple of times on the Monday, but really remains pretty much under German control, because the British have no control of that part of the town, no matter what they're trying to do. But this is also the front line, so this building is shelled and smashed to pieces and mortared. And the story of the wounded is, another part of because they can't evacuate their wounded like a regular.
Where can you go?
Regular infantry division.
They've got to stay here, haven't they?
They've got to stay here. And you people killed in the hospital or further wounded in the hospital by the shelling and the mortaring.
Yeah. And
then come the medical truce. This is one of the places where jeeps come up and take people away into the town. Back to the St Elizabeth Hospital to clear this out. You can see the crossroads. The crossroads where the Skornord is there, where that traffic's crossing.
Skornord's just down to the side, to the right.
Just on that corner, where the traffic's crossing.
Oh yes.
And then that's Stasionsweg going up the hill.
Yeah.
You can spot the Germans, can't you?
Yeah.
If you've got a bloke in the attic.
Anyone want to do attic duty?
It's so beautiful. The houses here are amazing. Absolutely incredible. There's a few quid in Oosterbeek, I think it's fair to say, which kind of all been made from selling Pegasus pins.
And here we are.
Yeah, here we are at the Skornord. Right, so Jim, I got sent this map 4 weeks ago, and it's by a bloke called Bob Kendall, who was a Czech Jew who was in the.
So he wasn't really called Bob at all.
Wasn't really called Bob Kendall at all. But basically, he was in 21st Independent Parachute Company, who were the pathfinders, the guys who land first, set up the beacons for the rest of the airborne to come in on, right?
But get embroiled in all this.
They should not be fighting. These are super specialised troops.
Okay.
They should be in reserve, but here they are fighting.
Yep.
And more importantly, they're fighting right here. That's what this map tells us.
This crossroads.
This crossroads, this strip of buildings here.
Okay, so where are we on the map?
Well, we are on the crossroads. So we are standing right here. The Skornord, this restaurant here, which is the main hospital, the dressing station for the battle, which changes hands at various points. Right at the end of the siege in the cauldron, this building changes hands. The wounded are in here. They're being shelled and mortared in the building even as they lie in their hospital beds, right?
So which positions are theirs?
Right. So they're coloured in. So that's number one platoon is those 4 buildings there, and they take take them over from 10th Parachute Battalion, who
are finished
by the end of the week have kind of had it and need some time off. The 4 buildings opposite are known German positions because he's.
Oh my God! Just here.
Yeah, known German.
So
positions.
literally there.
Literally there. So.
But hang on, they're also here.
Well, no. So that's an independent company building is there.
That's number 3 platoon.
Yeah.
No, it's company HQ.
It's company HQ is there, and they're literally surrounded. So they have a strip of German buildings.
They are on 3 sides. You've got Germans there.
The other
Germans
side's there,
there.
and they're
Bloody
there.
hell.
And then the Germans are blocking the road a little further along. But
Yeah, here.
the house I want to look at, there's a building here called the Sore Thumb.
And it's called the Sore Thumb, presumably because it sticks out.
It's out on its own.
And that's number 3 platoon.
Yep, position held by one section. Paddy Cocking's 3 platoon. They were overrun. Hobbs is the only man who escaped.
Bloody hell.
Right? And the thing is, so,
I mean, yeah, but
and there are other independent company positions down that way, right?
It's so close quarter, isn't it?
Everything's close quarter.
And I mean, you know, just been going around Arnhem today, you sort of reminded how close and tight the whole thing is.
Right on top, everything is.
Yeah.
So look. So this suggests 4 buildings this way. So
Okay,
let's
so
say
1, yeah,
2, 3, 4.
But they've got a road, look.
There's a little road or a lane or an alley or something separating us from the Sore Thumb.
Yeah.
So that must be company headquarters in there.
Yes.
Imagine.
Or yes, because that's at an angle, so it's got to be that one.
Yeah.
So it's got to be.
It's here.
Well, we've got to find a little road, haven't we?
Or a lane or an alley. Maybe
Coming at an angle.
I
I
think.
absolutely love doing this, trying
Yeah.
to work out things. That actually looks.
That looks quite new.
It looks quite new, doesn't it?
That looks quite new, and that looks. But these look of the time.
Yep.
So maybe it's. Maybe.
Well, that's definitely that Villa Bella is definitely
it's
company
definitely
headquarters.
Company
isn't it?
headquarters, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And then that house is there.
Boy Wilson is in there.
That house is
That
there.
house is there, and then these are the German. These are the German. houses.
Germans coming off that, but where
Yeah.
that copper beach
Yeah.
is. But there is a road.
Well, there's a road here. There's a little lane here. Look. Look.
This is it then. This is your Sore Thumb.
Yeah.
Is it going at a little angle?
Or is it further on? Well, there's another lane. There is a lane here.
Hold on.
Yeah. So it's this building, isn't it? Because this, after all, this is a sketch map. So it's
Yeah, but it's built on a proper map,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think. I mean, this is as far as it could be, though, right?
Well, this road needs to go a little angle, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it does look. It does. It dives down that way.
There you go.
So this is it.
This is it. It's this one. Under leaden skies.
The easternmost point in the perimeter, Jim.
So the Germans are literally
There. That strip of houses there. They're blocking the road here.
the Brocken Road, literally just there,
Yeah.
across here,
Yeah.
and they're in here. This is the Sore Thumb,
This is the Sore Thumb.
which is now Skins Cosmetics, ironically.
For fans of irony.
Yeah.
But they give this building up. They're
Connecting
forced out.
inner senses.
Connecting inner senses. But they're forced out.
And also the Germans. Oh my
No
God.
German positions down there as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
that strip of houses there.
Overrun, only Hobbs escapes. Jeepers.
But this is the thing. Someone sends you a map. Someone sends you a map. You come to the place. We've literally found it, and we can say
This is it.
this is the edge of it. This is the edge of 1st Airborne's world.
Yeah.
Until they're forced out into, and you can see why it is stuck out on its own. It is a problem.
It's a bit of a sore thumb to
It is basically a sore thumb. Let's go back to the Scornod though. Right. Well, you know
Now hang on a minute.
what.
No, that is not it. It's that one. It's that one. Okay, look.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I
know
can't
that.
really read that writing, but I can see it begins with an A.
Ah.
This is Anastrat.
Anastrat.
And look, it's in between the two roads. There's another one there, look. There's another road. Can you see?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because this is in the middle of the two roads. So all of this is held by Jerry.
Right.
So
So it's this house.
so the roadblock is basically where the Pelican Crossing is.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the Sore Thumb because here you've got
Yeah, you've got another lane. Yeah, Lukenspad. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
look at
Yeah,
this
there
pad
it
down
is.
there.
There it is.
Yeah.
So it's this building.
This building. This is the Sore Thumb. But that's luxury fine food and
luxury
drinks,
fine food and drinks.
which is also quite ironic. I
feels even
absolutely,
more-
I
no.
love doing this.
No,
I
this
just,
is
I
the best
love
thing.
working
This is
this
the best
out.
thing. And this is even further forward.
So you can now go to Guy's and have fine dining, and be thinking about how this wasn't a fine place to dine back in September. Yeah.
And the Germans, I mean, if this
The Germans are there.
the Germans are
They're-
dug in,
they're
they're dug
literally-
in, they're dug in up here, yeah.
They're along there.
Yeah.
And behind.
And behind here.
You imagine someone up in that little dormer, can't you?
Yeah.
Or peeking out of the oval window.
But this is
Hoping
the
it'll get
fighting that, you know, Zeno writes about in the Cauldron. He fictionalises it, but this is the fighting he's writing about.
Yeah, of course.
The fighting once they've moved, because they've moved from
Does
the...
he mention a sore thumb?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
But they moved from the north of the perimeter down to here to reinforce.
Yeah. How amazing.
Desperate stuff.
But, you know, Jerry's there.
Jerry's there. Well, but also not very far down there
And there.
and there. Yeah, Jerry's in there, yeah.
You can see why you'd call it the sore thumb, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Brilliant.